You all know what they saw. They saw what we saw. They saw the frail elderly man who needed help getting off the stage. They're just too chicken shit to tell us about it because they accurately deduce that he could still be the Democratic nominee and they don't want to ding him up. Maybe you give Barbara a pass. Who gives a damn what this singer saw or says? But you know what? Jimmy Kimmel happens to be employed by ABC, which happens to have a rather large news organization. And he has been one of President Trump's most vocal critics. Where are you, Jimmy? On vacation? Not good enough. You can still use your thumbs to send out a tweet. You could set the record straight right now, but you won't.
What happens when the loudest man in podcasting and the sharpest woman in media both set their sights on the same target? You don't get an interview, you get a roast, a dissection, a full-blown demolition job, and the unlucky soul standing center stage? Jimmy Kimmel. Once the class clown of late-night TV, now the poster child for polished, performative virtue. This isn't just about a celebrity spat. It's about something deeper. The death of authenticity in comedy, the corporatization of late night, and the eerie silence that follows when someone like Joe Rogan or Megyn Kelly asks, "What the hell happened to Jimmy?" Let's rewind. Once upon a time, Jimmy Kimmel made a name for himself as the wild card, the beer-chugging host, the guy who made crude jokes with zero shame. Fast forward a decade, and he's transformed into a moral grandstander, scolding half the country between monologues that feel more like lectures than laughs. But not everyone's buying the rebrand. Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly, they're calling bullshit Rogan, the human wrecking ball of media phoniness, doesn't pull punches. He charges into controversy like a rhino on Red Bull, and to him, Kimmel's transformation is more betrayal than evolution. The guy who once mocked Hollywood excess now is Hollywood. Rogan looks at late night and sees nothing but neutered jokes, canned applause, and comedians too scared to offend their advertisers. And Kimmel? He's not just a symptom, he's the mascot. But where Rogan swings a hammer, Megyn Kelly brings a scalpel. Her critique cuts deeper. She doesn't just accuse Kimmel of hypocrisy, she exposes the entire incentive system that allowed it. According to Kelly, Kimmel didn't grow. He pivoted. Like a weather vane spinning in the winds of woke virtue, he figured out what sells and started selling it hard. Together, they exposed two brutal truths. First, the death of risk in comedy. Second, the birth of safe, algorithm-friendly morality. And Jimmy Kimmel? He's the poster boy for both. Let's break it down. Once Kimmel dressed in blackface to impersonate Oprah. Now, he delivers monologues about social justice with a straight face. Once he made a career out of ridiculing Hollywood hypocrisy. Now, he dines with it, hosts its galas, smiles through its talking points. The shift is more than ironic. It's surgical, clean, strategic, and both Rogan and Kelly smell the same thing: inauthenticity. Rogan watches Kimmel clutch a moral compass he used to mock and sees betrayal. A dive bar comedian who now serves kale shots with hashtags. He's not just playing it safe, he's not playing at all. His punchlines have been replaced with pre-approved opinions. And for Rogan, that's not just sad, it's dangerous. Because when comedy stops punching up and starts punching from a script, the soul of the art form dies. Kelly takes it further. She points to the double standard. How ABC fired Chris Harrison over a soft, contextual comment, yet elevated Kimmel, blackface, and all, to the moral summit of late-night TV. Why? Because he plays for the right team now. He says the right things, he posts the right tweets. In Kelly's eyes, this isn't redemption, it's political theater. And here's where it all comes crashing together. The problem isn't just Kimmel, it's the world he represents, a media culture that rewards obedience over originality, performance over principle. Kimmel used to make people uncomfortable. Now, he makes them clap. Not because he's funny, but because he flatters the right narrative. This isn't satire, it's PR. It's not comedy. It's branding. And that's what sets Rogan and Kelly off. To them, Kimmel has become a cautionary tale. A man who traded edge for applause, who swapped raw jokes for polished narratives, who went from unpredictable to utterly beige, safe, marketable, hollow. Rogan, ever the chaos merchant, looks around late night and sees a sterilized wasteland. All the hosts say the same things, make the same jokes, aim at the same targets. No risk, no bite, just content scrubbed clean for YouTube monetization and network approval. Kelly, ever the analyst, sees something even darker. She sees an industry that doesn't want real voices, it wants echoes, puppets, pretty faces that say the right things at the right times. And Kimmel? He's become the gold standard of sellouts. Together, they paint a picture that's hard to unsee. A man who once pushed boundaries now babysits them. A comic who once mocked the system now upholds it. The joke is on us, and no one's laughing. Late night comedy used to feel like a bar at 2 a.m., raucous, wild, a little offensive, but always honest. Now, it feels like a team-building seminar, hosted by a guy who used to be cool. The spark is gone. The danger is dead. All that's left is applause for saying what everyone else is already thinking. And here's the kicker. It's not just about comedy. It's about culture. About what we reward, what we cancel, and what we pretend to believe. Kimmel isn't just a comedian who lost his edge. He's a symbol of an industry that's forgotten why comedy existed in the first place. To speak truth. To power. Not to have brunch with it. So, what's the takeaway? Joe Rogan didn't attack Jimmy Kimmel because he disagreed with him. He did it because he remembers a time when comedians meant something. When they said the unsayable. When they made people squirm. And Megyn Kelly didn't dissect Kimmel for ratings. She did it because she knows the game. She's seen how narratives get packaged, how apologies get scripted, how redemption becomes a business model. Together, they pulled back the curtain. And what they found wasn't a funny man doing his best. It was a hollow man doing what he's told. So the next time you hear a Kimmel monologue and feel a little dead inside, trust that instinct. It's not you, it's him. And it's the machine he now dances for. And if you're tired of pre-approved punchlines, if you miss the fire, the grit, the truth in comedy, then you're not alone. Rogan and Kelly just lit the fuse. And the explosion, it's long overdue. If newa. This hit a nerve. If you're done with fake laughs and scripted outrage, then hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more no-nonsense breakdowns of media madness. We're not here to repeat what everyone else is saying. We're here to question it. Stay sharp, stay loud, and most of all, stay real.